10 of the world's most dangerous records. These feats have been performed by only a few brave, or crazy, individuals. Are you daring enough to try any of them? Most people wouldn't even consider attempting some of these records, but for those who are looking for the adrenaline rush, they can be quite appealing. So without further ado, here are 10 of the world's most dangerous records. Number 1. Heaviest weight supported by the tongue. Thomas Blackthorne from the UK set a world record in 2004 with his tongue that will blow your mind. He pierced his tongue, attached a hook, and lifted a 27-pound weight with his tongue without any other support. Yes, you heard that right. He lifted the weight with only his tongue and entered his name in the world's most dangerous records. Your tongue may be used for speaking and tasting, but Thomas uses his tongue for more. His record-setting feat is a testament to human determination and strength, even if it is a little bit dangerous. So the next time you use your tongue, think of Thomas and all that he accomplished with his body part. Who knows, maybe you'll be inspired to set your own world record one day. Number 2. Highest free-fall parachuting jump. Skydivers often jump from mountainous terrain or high altitudes. It's a daily activity for them. It is a most challenging task because the speed at which a person comes toward the earth sounds normal to hear, but only the one who feels it can understand its fear. Felix Baumgartner, a skydiver from Australia, set a record that will give you goosebumps. Felix rode in a giant helium balloon to a height of 127,000 feet above the earth and jumped from there. If I may ask, at what speed would Felix have come to Earth? So, what speed would you say? Most of you would probably say 100 or 200 miles an hour, but Felix's speed toward Earth was 843 miles per hour. Interestingly, this speed is even faster than the speed of sound, because the speed of sound is 760 miles per hour. Skydiving is dangerous enough on its own, but with statistics showing that 1 in every 100,000 jumps results in a fatality. But when you factor in speeds approaching Mach 1, the risks become even more incredible. Thankfully, Felix was able to land safely and set a new world record in the process. Number 3. Most motorcycles are driven over the body while lying on a bed of nails. Shane Hultgren, an Australian performer, holds the world record for the most dangerous bed of nails stunt. He achieved this feat by lying on a bed of nails while 20 motorcycles drove over him. The bed of nails is exactly what it sounds like, a surface covered in sharp nails. Lying on this surface would be incredibly painful for most people, but Shane was able to withstand the pain long enough to set the world record. This stunt is not for the faint of heart, and it's amazing that Shane was able to complete it without being seriously injured. If you're looking for a way to get rid of your pesky lover, make sure to lay him on a bed of nails. Trust me, he won't be bothering you anymore after that. Number 4. The most metal eaten. There are many things to eat and drink around the world. You can eat fruits, vegetables, and meat. But Michel from France didn't like any of these, so he started eating metal. Yes, by the time Michel died in 2007 at the age of 57, he had consumed nearly 9 tons of metal. This man had a disease that made him crave non-food items and eat glass, iron, and all kinds of metals. He also ate a small aeroplane in his life. Thus, the record for the most metal consumption in a lifetime is held by Michel Lotito from France. If he were alive today, I would definitely ask him what trick he did that made his stomach so strong that it could digest an entire airplane. While some might see this as a superpower, I see it as a dangerous disorder that led to a painful death. Eating metal caused Michel's intestines to rupture and bleed, ultimately leading to his death. So while he may have held the record for eating the most metal, it's a record that I wouldn't want to break. Number 5. The longest distance traveled by an airplane that was pulled by a human being. You may have seen many people who pull cars and trucks and show off their strength to the public. All this is fine to impress a few people, but if you want to set a world record, you have to do something big and dangerous. Kevin Fast from Canada accepted the challenge. Kevin announced that he would pull a large CC-177 Globemaster III airplane. It was a seemingly impossible task because the plane weighed 416,299 pounds. That's 208 tons, and pulling it would have broken Kevin's bones or muscles. But Kevin said he would do it. In 2009, surprisingly, Kevin broke this record. He pulled this 208-ton airplane to a distance of 28 feet and registered his name in the world's most dangerous records. Although it was an amazing record, it could have ended tragically for Kevin. This stunt was perilous and could have easily killed or injured Kevin, but he was determined to set the world record. Thankfully, he was successful and is now known as the man who pulled a plane. Having trouble moving something heavy? Kevin can help. Number 6. Blood alcohol level. Alcohol consumption is a risky business. Medically, when the amount of alcohol in a person's blood is measured, it is called their blood alcohol level. After drinking alcohol, if one's blood alcohol level is 0.05%, it is considered normal. As soon as this level increases, the person starts to become intoxicated and may even die. A man from Poland made a record he probably never wanted to make when he drank too much alcohol and had an accident while driving. He was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. When the doctors examined him, his blood alcohol level was 1.4%, after which he was sure to die, but he was still alive. This was the highest blood alcohol level ever recorded for any living person. His name was entered in the record book as a cautionary tale of what can happen when you consume too much alcohol. While it may be legal to drink, that doesn't mean it's safe, and everyone should be aware of the dangers of excessive alcohol consumption. Number 7. Most live rattlesnakes held in the mouth for 10 seconds. A snake can be a dangerous animal, and most people run away when they even see one from a distance. Jackie Bibby from America has a special fondness for snakes, so he always carries poisonous rattlesnakes with him and has set several records with them. In order to set a new and dangerous record, Bibby did something that could cost him his life. He took 13 rattlesnakes in his mouth in front of fans and stood for 10 seconds to receive a standing ovation. Surprisingly, he was unharmed by the snakes and thus managed to set a dangerous world record. Bibby says he has been raising snakes for a long time and has been attacked by snakes 11 times. Once he was about to die but luckily survived. This time it seems the snakes also wanted to get their name in the world record book. Number 8. Heaviest car balanced on the head. Here is John Evans from Korea, who was a bricklayer by profession. During his work, he had to carry bricks on his head. Evans realized that his balancing skills were quite good as he was able to balance the bricks on his head very well. He perfected this skill and started balancing heavy objects on his head. After mastering this skill, Evans did something that surprised the audience. He balanced a 352-pound car on his head and carried the car for 33 seconds to the applause of the fans. This was a dangerous stunt, as the slightest carelessness could have broken Evans's neck and killed him. Evans made his name on the list of the world's most dangerous records. I don't know how Evans could bear so much weight on his head. My head can't even bear the weight of my responsibilities. Maybe he secretly used Systema, Russia's fighting style that purportedly teaches its users how to withstand pain and hold great weights. Or maybe he was just extremely strong and skilled. Regardless, I'm glad he's all right and didn't end up like North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un's uncle, who was reportedly fed to a pack of dogs. Now that would have been really dangerous. Number 9. The largest object removed from the human skull. A head injury is always a serious matter, but when it results in a world record, it takes on a whole new level of intrigue. In 1998, Michael was attacked and stabbed in the head with a 20-centimeter-long knife. Amazingly, he survived the attack and even had his name included in the Guinness Book of World Records. While his brain was partially damaged and one arm was paralyzed, the fact that he survived at all is a testament to the human body's amazing resilience. In principle, this achievement doesn't belong to Michael. It belongs to the guy who stabbed him. While this story may seem like comic relief, it highlights just how dangerous head injuries can be. In fact, head injuries are one of the leading causes of death in accidents, and whenever a head injury occurs, the chances of survival are extremely reduced. So while you may not be able to control whether or not you are involved in an accident, by taking measures to protect your head, you can greatly increase your chances of surviving if an accident does occur. Number 10. The longest sword swallowed. Can you imagine finding a sword in front of you during a meal? Most of us would be shocked and maybe a little scared, but for Natasha Veruchka, it's just another day at the office. That's because Veruchka is a world-renowned sword swallower and holds the record for the longest sword ever swallowed. In 2009, she stunned the world by swallowing a 58-centimeter-long blade and has been shocking audiences ever since. Of course, living with such a dangerous talent can be tricky. Veruchka's husband has to be extra careful during arguments for fear that she might swallow him whole. But overall, she seems to have a handle on her incredible talent. And who knows, maybe one day she'll even surpass her own record. So there you have it, 10 of the most dangerous records in the world. Do any of them take your breath away or make you sick to your stomach? If you're feeling brave, why not try and break one of these records yourself? Be sure to let us know how it goes. In the meantime, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos.